Hi everyone, my name is Cori Smoker. I am 9 years sober. I am a person in recovery. I work at Addiction Treatment Services. I'm a mom of a 16-year-old daughter, and I'm married, and I have 2 wonderful dogs that I love to death. Well, my journey started on March 17th, 2015, when I was pub crawling for St. Patty's Day, downtown Traverse City. It was actually a really sunny, beautiful day. I dropped my child off to school and made sure everything was good at home because I had a babysitter lined up, and 10 o'clock, I'm gonna start pub crawling from Lake Ann to Traverse City. And if you can only imagine, any of you that know me, I didn't just go in one green shirt. I was decked out in green to the hilt. Buttons, I know I had like a little skirt on over my jeans, and beads and bracelets, and I do remember having like this big tall hat that kind of hung to the side. And I was going out and I was gonna have me some fun. Well, my time always ended in blackouts, so I always say I had fun because I don't remember after a certain point. I'd like to tell you that I remember pub crawling and getting into my car and driving, but I don't. What actually happened is I came to standing at the counter in Grand Traverse County Jail, and I remember looking down, looking back up, and I said, "Where's all my green stuff?" He just kind of looks at me, and I said, "All right, well, I'm in an orange t-shirt and you have a badge, so I'm pretty much guessing that I'm in jail." And I said, "I can only probably assume one reason, that I drove." And he goes, "You did, ma'am." And I said, "Well, did I cooperate?" He goes, "Oh, you were pretty funny." And I said, "Well, where do we go from here, sir?" And he says, "Well, you can have your one phone call." So I remember calling my grandma and just telling her to go to my house in this drawer, grab all my money, and come get me. Not knowing how much the bond is, that I have to blow zeros before I can leave there, not knowing where my car is at. So if you can only imagine, I gathered all this information the next day after I got out of jail. And it's pretty shameful that when my grandma's picking me up, and now I can't even figure out where my car's gotta go because my grandma's gotta get to work. I have to get to work. And I go home to get ready for work, and I look down and I remember having this mug shot on a bracelet that they put on you when you go to jail. So that was the start of my journey. And after I got out of work, I went to my family friend lawyer, and I just asked him, I said, what am I looking at? What do I have to do? And the first thing he said to me is, he goes, "Well, if you would have made it to Benzie County, you probably would have been fine. But, you hit another person at Barney stoplight. It turned green. He didn't go and you did." I was like, all right. So he told me that I better start going to AA. And, at 27 years old, I did not want to go to AA. I never heard of AA. No one in my family has a problem like I have. So I'm thinking that I'm going into a room of a bunch of old, stinky men, homeless, dingy. Like, why does this 27-year-old girl want to go there that I definitely didn't have a plan to stop drinking? Long and behold, I go to my first AA meeting, and I know 2 people there. And so, you know, right then I was like, all right. And they're all wearing, you know, normal everyday clothes, like all of us here. And, you know, so I remember leaving my first AA meeting and they told me that we'll keep loving you until you can love yourself and to keep coming back. And, you know, to keep coming back, I was like, you know what? I'll prove them fuckers wrong and I'll show up again tomorrow. And I just kept coming back. And something started to happen for me once I kept coming back and hanging out with these people that I didn't know. All of a sudden, you know, we know each other by first names. All of a sudden, we're going disc golfing. Now we're having coffee. Now we're going to have dinners together. You know, I started to have fun. And I wasn't drinking. And it was an amazing thing for me because I really didn't think I was ever going to have fun again. I was like, I'm never going to be able to go camping. Never going to go canoeing. Never going to be able to go on road trips. But you know what? It's been possible. I started hanging out with these people that I have started to meet, and now I have a family today that I wouldn't even trade. Some of my bestest friends are people in the program, are people in recovery, because that's who I need to stick around. They teach me things. Maybe sometimes I get to teach a little something to someone else. I just get to be myself today. And you know, for so long, I didn't ever get to just be me. I always tried to be a little bit more than who I was. And it always got me in trouble because, you know, I'm the loudest and I'm the goofiest and I'm the one that will always do the little funny trick over here. You know, the things that you shouldn't really be doing, I did it. I went back at the age of 30 and I graduated with my high school diploma after I dropped out. I was a senior. I went through all the court stuff and all the hula hoops and the blow machine and all that stuff, and I got my full license back, and I kind of laughed about it when I had to call my husband and told him that I got my chauffeur's license. That's a big deal, right? But not everybody in a normal setting would laugh like we do about that, right? To us, that's a big accomplishment. I got married in sobriety. That's a gift. I get to work in sobriety, in recovery every day. I get to plant little seeds to all my little friends and give them just a little glimpse of hope for them and their families, that hopefully one day, you know, they can look back and they can share that too. So that's all I have for you guys today, and I just have one little thing that I'm just proud of you all for being sober today, because it's tough work.